Good morning, guys. Welcome back. In about 7 seconds, we're going to move into the 4 a.m. candle open. As you can see here on EurCad, I am working the long position from last Wednesday still up 158 pips, and I'm actually long again today up 6 pips. Now, if you've been following my live trade recaps, you know I've been following this EurCad trend all month. First, we called it short off the top, off the daily 200 EMA. Then we rode that down for 2 weeks, and last week we caught the bottom, now trading it long since Wednesday. That's why I'm up 156 pips with the stop loss locked well into profit. You can see the entry at 77, stop loss at 98, so well into profit. Yesterday, I caught a long idea, let me show you here, off the 15-minute 50 and the 15-minute 21 EMA. If you go back to yesterday's live trade recap, you can see that. So again, yesterday, working that trend in the same direction very easily with very little drawdown, meaning it doesn't turn against me for very long, if at all. The trade yesterday, 6 pips of risk. I made 12, and as you can see, I left a lot out on the table. It went about 50 pips from my entry yesterday. So now today, we're going to keep the long bias. We had a D1 entry signal present, which is our divergence in trend entry. We had that present about 2 hours ago. I wasn't awake yet, but it pulled back and gave me a good risk-reward opportunity here. My stop is about 10 pips away, and I'm looking to see if this thing continues to the upside to like the 144.50 level, 144.55 level. That's where I'm looking to see it come to first. That would be about 2R on my trade here today. Now, there is divergence here. You can see the rising price action overnight and the falling RSI. And that divergence can tell me that the rise might chop, it might take some time, or it might not work. So I'm not sized into this trade super heavy because I'm able to use divergence to tell me which trades are better than others to factor my probabilities. I don't have to hit them all with the same size. If it's a less probable trade, I can size down. So my one entry is locked well into profit. This trade has a stop down here at like 144.18, 144.19. You can see it right here. Stop loss 144.18. And right now I'm up 2 pips in it. So I'm not rushing out of this trade. I'm going to just take it candle by candle on the 15-minute time frame and see if we could hold the 8 EMA, break, and then maybe retest this divergence line to then move us higher to the 144.50, 144.55 level. Like I said, somewhere up there. So if you're new to the channel, just do me a favor, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos, right? I want to make sure that you're getting all this content in the order that it comes out. And make sure if you can, hit the thumbs up button down below me as well, because it really helps me reach new traders and spread the value that I'm trying to bring in these live recaps for you guys to more struggling traders to help you make better trading decisions going forward. So it's 4:02. I just gave you a quick little 2-minute example, 2-minute explanation of why I took the long entry here, why I'm still holding the long entry from last week. And now we're just going to take it candle by candle. As Ryan, as everybody in our group chat always says, candle by candle, candle by candle. Don't rush yourself out of a trade. Don't rush yourself into a trade. That's the biggest thing that you can hopefully take from me this week, is that I've been very patient. I've been holding the EurCad long. I've been working the same bias you saw yesterday, and I'm still able to trade other pairs. I was also trading GBP NZD. So it's just having this, I think it's like an overriding sense of self-belief where you do so much work behind your system. For me, it's chart markups, it's calls, it's videos, doing all this work behind the system. You're so confident in it when you see it present. Win or lose, you don't care. You know you should take every entry signal that's, putting probability factors in your favor more often than not. You should take those entry signals because over the long run, that's what pays you and keeps your trading business profitable. The short-term profits don't matter. It's, can you sustain for 3 to 5 years? I was actually talking to Andrew and a couple of the other guys in our group yesterday about how long it took me to get consistent, how long it was taking other people that I've worked with to get consistent. And it's crazy because I had no mentorship, so it took me 2.5 years to really find consistency. But now we have people that'll pick up these entry signals, and if they can implement a successful system, implement the systems that we teach, then they're able to actually cut that learning curve in half at worst. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have people that turn and use our systems in the market that following week after they finish the courses. It just depends what kind of base knowledge they come into the group with. But if you're interested in anything that we do for our entry signals, I have a free webinar coming up this Saturday. I'll put the link down below. If this is after the fact, if you're watching this video in 2 months from now, the link to the replay will be down below. So either way, you can go check that out. We're going to be talking about igniting and sustaining a consistently profitable process. And to me, that's 2 specific parts. It's not just finding consistency, it's maintaining the consistency. So we're going to talk about what goes into those 2 sections, a lot of visualization, not a lot of slides with text, a lot of good visuals to really help you understand how to ignite and sustain a consistently profitable process. And I think that's what most of you are looking for. So sign up for free. It's totally free. Hit the link down below. And at the end, I'm giving away, I don't know if you can see it, it's behind the whiteboard. I got 2 computer monitors back there that I used to have on my desk here, and I just don't need them anymore because I have the iMac. And I'm going to give them away to 2 random people who stay through the entire webinar. So I'm like paying you to learn, basically. Enticing you to learn, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, now that I just kind of ranted to you for a few minutes, make sure you sign up for the webinar, make sure you're subscribed, the whole thing. And I'm up 3 pips here in this second position on EurCad, almost 4 pips now. So I'll come back on in a little bit. It's 4:05. I'll update you guys if this trade moves into profit, if I close it early, if it stops me out, if it shoots up, if it shoots left, if it shoots right, whatever happens. Thanks for being here, guys. Okay, guys, it is 4:39. So just a couple minutes ago, I actually closed half the trade at 9.5 pips in this pin here in the previous candle. I took half the trade off just because this is being traded as a C setup. And with C setups, if I go up 1R, I always take half the trade off at least at 1R, and I move my stop loss into profit so I can't lose any money on the position. So now you can see the stop here, 144.29.5. Entry price 144.29.2. So just barely a couple pipettes in profit to make sure I don't lose any money, just to cover the small spread I have on this pair. Now, you can see from my notes here, and these are the pictures that I send to our VIP chat. Jafar's in this trade with me. A couple of the other guys are trading this with me as well. I want to coach them through what I'm doing. But here, 1 minute TDI moving up into the buy zone well. You see the divergence on the bottom. Oh, good morning, boy. You see the divergence on the bottom, which kind of started the whole move, right? And then the A1 entry that presented later kind of confirmed the D1 move from the bottom. So you have a D1 signal, which we teach in the advanced course, and you have the A1 signal. 2 entry signals here. So a lot of confirmation that there's going to be bullish momentum here. But with the divergence on top, like I said to you guys already, that could mean that we have an issue at this price level. Doesn't mean it's going to stay as an issue. Doesn't mean it's going to be an issue at all. It could blow right through it. But it is something to take note of, and that's why I took half the trade. I didn't want to lose any money today. I'm blue from yesterday. I'm blue from last week. I'm just going to keep my wins rolling. Even if they're small sometimes, I keep them rolling. But here, I get good leverage on Euro pairs, so I can actually hit this with better size, and I don't need as much distance because I have bigger size in the trade. So half is closed at 1R. As you can see, one more time on the FX trade, I'm up 8 pips, so almost at 1R again with the other half. But this half, I'm letting it go candle by candle. 8 EMA, 8 EMA. If we're outside the 8 EMA, I'm in this with the other position, just letting it go. Let's see what it can do. Remember, I'm looking for 144.50, 144.55. That's my first area where I think maybe take a little bit more off, maybe take another quarter off and move the stop loss up. All right, 441 now. I'll come back on and keep you guys posted. But here, my first trade of the day, might be my only trade of the day. Risk-free now, 50% close. Stop loss is locked in profit. All right, guys, I'm back real quick. It is 4:49. As you can see, the candle here just pinned down to the 50 EMA. I'm only in the one position from Wednesday now, so I was stopped in profit on the second half. So overall, almost about a 0.8% gain between the trade and the 2 exits here. So remember, I closed one at 1R for about 50%, and then the other half got stopped a little bit in profit here to cover the cost and still put a little bit of money in my pocket. The reason why I was so confident to move the stop into profit when I took some of the trade off at 1R, again, because it's all based on math. It's all about risk reward. So that 1R puts my expectancy with this system into a profitable position. So I know that closing at 1R is acceptable in this type of a setup, in a C graded setup, where a lot could be better, but risk reward is still readable. And that's what I want you guys to take out of this video, because this might be my only trade of the day. I'm still going to hold the EurCad position here into tomorrow because it's not going to come down 150 pips today. So I'll be holding this position most likely. But I want you to take out of this trade today that the C setup determines the size, and it determines how I handle the trade as it moves into my direction, into profit, or against me negatively. And this one moved into profit. So at 1R, because of the system, because of the expectancy, like I said, that's a good place for me to take profit, lock the stop, and make sure I don't lose any money on this trade. And if I do that every time that I trade a C setup, in the long run, I'm profitable, and that's what matters. So I hope you're taking from this the system. You guys see every day it's the same entry signals, the A1, the D1, the D2. But the system of exit here is very important. The system of sizing into these trades is very important, how much risk you put onto the trades. And now, going into the rest of the day, I'm going to stay long biased. I'm going to see if it holds the 21 EMA and gives me another position long. But if it holds the 8 here with this nasty pin and moose higher, I'm not going to jump back in it. I can't chase back if there's no entry signal. So it's only 5 o'clock. We'll see if anything else presents. We're watching Euro USD, seeing if that wants to come higher, but that's kind of looking like it's stuck inside that Asian range that we see sometimes, right? The pin high set, the pin low set in the first 8 hours, and then it trades in between. So we could be seeing some reset there, but look at the GBP pairs. GBP CAD way higher. GBP AUD ripping higher. So since they're moving now, GBP NZD, they might not present something super probable other than like a reversal idea, but I don't really want to be in a reversal idea. So I'm, looking through the rest of the market. I know Andrew, some of the guys were trading AJ short this morning, which was awesome. And we'll see what EurCad does, if it does present another long idea. Maybe we get some formation off the 21 to break through the divergence here, and that's our signal to get another trade. If we do, I will make you guys another trade recap video. We'll wrap today's video up right here for this first EurCad trade. Like I said, if I get anything else today, I will come on and let you guys know. But if this breaks the 50 EMA, this blue line here, it actually could come down to the 200 EMA as a D2 idea off the top, right? So we want to be aware of that. And again, that's another reason why I was very content to just take half the trade at 1R and the other half be stopped in profit, just a couple of pips in profit. So that's where I'm at. It's 5 o'clock. It's Tuesday. It's a profitable week. We had the GN trades yesterday, the EurCad trade yesterday, and the EurCad trade today. So it's been a good week so far. I'm going to stay focused. I'm going to stay in trend. And if there's anything I can do for you, if there's any videos you'd like me to make, any topics you need me to cover, drop a comment down below. I will answer all your comments. That's literally what I'm going to go do right now, is catch up on comments. So any questions, anything you need from me, please reach out. I'm here to help you guys in any way. Make sure you're signed up for the webinar this coming Saturday. The link is down below. I want to see you there. And I'll let you guys know if I take any other trades. You'll see them in the next coming videos. So I appreciate you being here very much, and I'll see you guys in the next trade recap.